Welcome back to this fucking series of videos that I'm doing. Again, doing the first 3 or 4 now, so that's why I'm still wearing the same shirt. Please don't think I'm a tramp. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get back into the picking from the hat. So, oh well, 2 just fell out. Let's I should try and get someone else like here to do these with me, just so that I don't pull these out with like a mode, you know? Let's see, what's this video? Idea number 5. Oh, wow, starting this one on day 2. Okay. IRL versus internet me. So, I don't even know where I forgot to check my phone. So, if I can move my mic real quick. There is a difference between how I act online and how I act in real life. And I don't mean in the sense of like, oh, I'm a fucking troll. No, I'm also mean, I feel more confident behind the screen than in real life. And like, obviously that affects that affects my personality and how I speak to people depending on which one. So, let's talk about the similarities first, I guess, instead of the differences. Similarities, I am a very honest / blunt person, both in real life and online. I will tell people things the way it is. I will say, however, there is a little bit more thought put into it on the internet than it is in real life, which is usually the difference, like the other way around, rather. And that is because when you're on the internet, there's a lot of things that people get upset about or like feel, and as much as you want to go, hey, by the way, you're thinking about this way too much, you're being a fucking idiot, you can't do that because people will feel uncomfortable. And I'm not trying to do the whole like, people are special snowflakes thing, because like sometimes like I get offended at stuff. Everyone has something that they get offended at, basically. Something that makes them uncomfortable, something that makes them unhappy, whether that's in real life, on the internet, whatever. What people tend to forget is that the people who complain about special snowflakes are the people who are offended by special snowflakes. In quotes, by the way. But yeah, main thing is that I'm very blunt, both IRL and internet-wise. But, trying to think about any other similarities. I can't think of any right now. The main thing is that, again, as I mentioned, I'm way more confident on the internet than I am in real life. And it's one of those things where you don't feel like, because I don't feel like anyone's watching me, because I don't feel like I have eyes on me when I'm on the internet, I feel like I can, like, say stuff a lot more. Say stuff that I think a lot more, basically. Like, for example, this is gonna sound like the fucking dumbest, nerdiest shit. But, like, let's say I'm speaking to a girl, for example. And I have actually done this with people that I know IRL and I've spoken to on the internet. But, like, through messages or whatever. But basically, I feel way more comfortable, like, saying something like, oh, I think you look cute, or I think you look pretty, or I think, like, this looks good today, to someone over the internet than in real life. And it's not necessarily because in real life I don't want to say that. I do, but I also feel like in real life there's way more potential of someone being like, okay, then fuck off, you creep. And I'm like, I'm just trying to give a compliment. I don't know what else to do. I'm sorry. And I guess that kind of links to, wow. I guess that kind of links to anxiety, huh? Oh, that's gonna be a topic that'll be fun when we get to it. But yeah, most of my most of my IRL friends are kind of the same, like kind of similar to me in some form. In the sense of like, you know, we're all happy with each other, we're all very comfortable around each other, but I feel like they're also very different depending on at least who they're talking to, and I kind of do the same thing. In a real life situation, if I'm speaking to a specific person, I mean, I guess this is subconscious, because I used to do it very consciously, but I do it subconsciously now. I tend to like swap around how I tend to speak. Not necessarily what I'm saying, because I'll still say like the same shit to someone. I'll still like, if I think that someone's a dickhead, basically, I'll still say, oh, they're a dickhead, like no matter who I'm speaking to. but the way I speak to someone will change depending on how they speak, basically. So like, if someone speaks very proper, I will also speak very proper. You know, I will use proper language. I will use less shortenings of words. So I will say I will instead of I'll, for example. But then if someone's more used to like using slang and stuff, like, I mean, when I did the announcement video, I said fucking Buki, and I just swore. But I think that it's very, like, because I've spent so much time on the internet, like, I mean, I'm making videos right now for the internet, you feel me? A lot of the stuff that I do is, like, much more comfortable and much more aimed towards me. Like, for example, internet-wise, I don't speak to people that are into the same stuff as I am. At least not often, because, oh boy, does that get interesting. Oh my god, why am I suddenly popular? But, like, in real life rather, because I know the people well enough that if I wanted to speak to them about something, like, I know that it's not going to cause an argument, I'll go and speak to them about stuff I like. Like, I mean, I had a good, like, at least half an hour conversation about Steven Universe the other day, which is fucking sick as hell. Both kind of the show and the conversation, it was a good time. But, I was to say a lot IRL. I can't, that's actually another thing, because I have more time to kind of process what I'm gonna say, internet-wise. Well, rather, stuff that I say in my mind, is I'm able to say out loud, but also type easier, whereas I have to think about how to actually say it, which is the exact opposite of a real-life situation where, like, for example, if I'm doing a test, the stuff that I learn, I'm able to say very easily, but the stuff but to write down what I've learned is so much more difficult, because I'm like, I need to figure out how I can say this without being me, basically. I have to just be, I feel like I have to be a robot, just like, okay, this is what it is, this is the thing, I need to get the grade, I need to get the highest grade possible, so I'm gonna write it without personality so that you can see every single point to its full effect. Thank you very much, goodbye, please give me grades. This is actually a very difficult topic to talk about. I didn't think it was gonna be this difficult, cause this is stuff that I think about all the damn time. Like, I'm gonna have to check my phone after this and see what the hell is being said, because it is real going off right now. But, I really thought I would have more to say about this. Well, like, more at the top of my head to say about this, because now I have to think about it, and thinking about it is where stuff, like, becomes long, and there's long pauses and stuff, which isn't fun in a video, obviously. I also have to put music to this, wow. But I am I'm basically just a generally more confident, much more, like, willing to say this is what it is online than IRL. And, like, I think I'm just more, like, I'm more of what I feel like is me on the internet than I am in real life. And it's just because, like, the stuff that I think I could get, like, I was about to say stuff that I could get away with on the internet. And it's not necessarily that I think I can get away with it. It's just that, you know, I've made friends over so many years that, I can introduce myself very much as, this is what I am. And people will just go, okay, either we're not gonna talk, or we're gonna keep talking, and that's just it. Whereas in a real life situation, at least with me, because I'm obviously in school, I'm gonna still be in school for another 3 years because of university, people basically have to deal with it whether they want to or not. And I feel like, because I have a very overbearing personality, I think. I'm very love it or hate it personality wise, that people are just like, okay, well, I just have to deal with you. And that causes anxiety to me, because obviously, like, I'm saying I have friends, and I do, but there's always mindsets in my mind of sometimes I'm just like, oh shit, did I do something to annoy this friend? And they're just like, not saying shit to me because of that, like, fucking, oops, if I did. Oh, that's actually another thing. And I do say this in real life, but it's something I have told people more online because that's tend to be where I find stuff and then I have to just say it ASAP. If I do something to annoy you or make you uncomfortable, fucking tell me, because I'm not like, as much as some people may think I'm an asshole, like maybe they do think I'm an asshole to some shape or form. I don't fucking know. I feel some people do, but whatever. I'm not as much of a dick to basically go, oh, well, fuck you. Cause if you're willing to tell me and be like, okay, let's sit down, like, I need to tell you that this is the way you act, and like, it makes me uncomfortable, it's making other people uncomfortable, I'm like, okay, cool. But a caveat to this, which I just said, is that if another person is getting uncomfortable with the way I act or how I say, or like what I'm saying basically, and you tell me that, okay, cool, I have nothing against you, but if that person has enough of an issue with it, I personally believe that that person should come talk to me. Because obviously, it's not that big of an issue if they're not willing to come and talk to me about it, you know? Like, at least if someone comes to me and says, oh, hey, you say things like this and it makes me uncomfortable, I'm like, okay, shit, that's how you feel, I don't want to, like, you know, make you feel shitty, basically. I mean, obviously there's, like, stuff I can't change about, like, there's stuff that I won't change for a person, like, if someone is basically just like, oh, you're too blunt, I'm like, well, fuck you, like, I don't care. I will say it actually helped, because, I think this was, like, a year ago, I had someone come up to me and be like, hey, the stuff that, like, the way that you say your points, or the way that you speak to people, sometimes makes it out like you think they're an idiot, and like, it makes me personally very uncomfortable to be spoken that way because, you know, I don't want people to think that I'm an idiot, I'm smarter than whatever. And, you know, to me, I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. I don't want to make people feel like they're idiots. I want to have, oh shit, my battery's dying. I want to have, like, an open conversation about stuff. I need to end this video real soon. Oh, this has been 12 minutes, cool. So, you know, that's basically how I am. That's how I am as a person. The internet me is also very much more flirtatious in general, basically, and I kind of want to add that to real life because maybe then I'll actually get a girlfriend. But you know, I don't fucking know. I don't know. I'm just a very different person, both online and offline, and I kind of want to stop that. I want to be able to have my online persona offline as well, basically. But thank you so very much for watching this one, and hopefully you will come and see the next video. So, thank you very much, and this is where it's gonna end. Hey, it's post-editing me, also using my camera mic instead of my mic because that's too much effort. So I do miss out a few points in this video, which is kind of saddening. But basically, a lot of the things that I do on the internet is a lot of I feel like it's a lot of very snarky, sarcastic humor. And a lot of people who know me real life-wise, at least people that are close to me, will probably say that that's still my sense of humor. But it comes off a lot more with the people I know online because I've known them for so long. Like, I've known them for so long without breaking, like, conversation with a lot of them that I can just be that way and I'm like, yeah, I mean, what you gonna do? Whereas, like, at least currently, the longest friend that, to be fair, the longest friend I've had is like 10 years? Well, the longest that I've kept constant contact with is like 5-6 years. But the longest friend I've had that I've currently gotten back into contact with is 10 years. And speaking to them is a lot different to speaking to people online. And I think it's also because online, people can just disappear. Like, if someone doesn't want to talk to you, they can just go. Whereas IRL, if someone doesn't want to talk to you, but they're stuck with you, they're stuck with you. So that does affect stuff a lot more. Also, I stumble along air. I stumble my words a lot. IRL. And it's not because I don't know what I'm saying, because I do know what I'm saying. I just can't process it. Like, I can't process what my brain is saying fast enough for my mouth to say, basically. Whereas, on the computer, I can say the first thing that comes to my mind. I can definitely say that. Whereas there have been multiple times in real life where I've said something still, but I added at the start, I really shouldn't say this. Because either it's like a dark joke, dark humor, or it's just something where I'm like, this could cause someone to really hate me. But, so, you know, those are just some of the few caveats I wanted to put in before I upload this video. So, thank you so very much for watching again, and I will see you at a later date.